Good afternoon, YouTube, and once again it's lovely to see all your smiley faces. And this one's from this video is going to be, why did the spirit world show me scary things? This again is from a viewer that posted a comment, and so as promised I would create a video for that person on why does the spirit world show them scary things. And unfortunately this is one of those things that I feel like I'm sounding a bit blunt or a little bit harsh in the process of mediumship, in answering the viewer. Unfortunately, I just don't believe the spirit world do show you scary things. So let me try and explain what I mean. Because the spirit world are protecting me as the instrument, and I don't mean that I'm looking for protection and I have to sit here with candles and protect myself in any way. I mean that I'm a working voice for the spirit world and very active in doing that. So whether it be lectures or tutorials or YouTube, Facebook, residential sit-ins, whatever it'll be, platform demonstrations, all of these things are me working in conjunction with my team in the spirit world. And so it makes no sense to me why they would want to scare me or frighten me or cause me any kind of trauma, you know, like show me stuff that will plague my mind later on or cause me problems. So over my development, things have got a little bit more gory or a little bit more detailed, but this is because of the level of trust and understanding that I have had with my spirit team. What I can't accept is someone very new in development and developing a relationship with the spirit world, in being shown ridiculous horror stories or things that are going wrong. I totally believe that this is the person in development and not having their mind set in the right gear or with the right intention as such. So the intent is to work for the spirit world, but they haven't got control of their mind. They haven't got control of that discipline on where it should be, and they don't know when imagination has kicked up, or they don't know when delusion is kind of diluting that information. And so for example, I would early on in my development, there would have been things like a car accident or things like that, and I would be aware of the car and I would be aware of this feeling of an accident, but I never saw someone go through the windscreen, or I never saw like a head-on and decapitations or anything like that. It would be more of a knowing or an awareness without the vision being there. Over time, through this development and through it being implemented year after year, you know, all these platform demonstrations, all these sit-ins, all these talks, my relationship has grown with the spirit world, and slowly but surely detail or visions have certainly helped with that communication from the spirit world. And so only maybe in the last year or 18 months I've been shown things like big car accidents, and maybe the communicator wants to talk about it and what had happened to ease the person that was sitting beside them in the car, or for whatever reason. It could be a multitude of reasons. But that's only recently that my mind has been safe enough to know that this isn't going to damage me. It's just someone's evidence, it's just someone's story, and therefore I can present it and I can leave it at the centre or the church or the sit-in, wherever that communication has taken place. But never has it gone so gory and me express that, and the client or the recipient in that said scenario has ever said no to me. It's always been absolutely, that is 100% correct, and so on and so forth. So my delusion or my imagination hasn't run wild. It's there, it's been presented, and I've given it off as evidence and got the confirmation immediately. A lot of the stories I hear, or a lot of the questions I get asked are, they see people dying, or they see problems, or it's being massively exaggerated. And my understanding of the spirit world is that they wouldn't do that. That's got to be our mind. That's got to be us that's added a little bit of information. And there's lots of different scenarios where we've done that ourselves, you know, where we add a little bit too much to a piece of information. I mean, we're all guilty of that at some point in our development. We might say, I'm aware he's a smoker and he would have smoked 60 cigarettes a day, and I'd go, no, he was a heavy smoker, but it was only like 30 a day, you know. So we always have that element where we add a little bit more than we should have, and through development we learn to stop doing that. And I think this is a classic case of that. When the viewers ask me, or the people that inbox me their questions, why are the spirit world tormenting me? Why are they doing this? Why are they making my life hard? I don't believe they are. I believe you're doing that to yourself. I believe it's an act of discipline that you require in your mind. I won't be wandering the street or in a supermarket discussing readings or the spirit world. It's not the time or the place for that. I'm just about my daily business, and so that discipline of the mind there needs to be when I'm working, when I'm at circle, when I'm doing a reading, when I'm on platform, whenever I'm meant to be working with the spirit world. At that moment I would open my mind. They are not going to be waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. They are not going to be hounding me in out of hours scenarios, simply because my mind doesn't go there. I don't look for it, therefore I'm not finding it. And that's where the problems begin for the newer people in development, the first few years, where they believe that the spirit world are testing them, or they are bringing these scenarios forward to see if they can handle it, or that kind of stuff. I just don't believe that. I think it's just an act of discipline in the mind, making sure our mind and our disciplines are in place. So when I'm working, I'm working. When I'm not, I'm not. So there's no communication. Therefore, my imagination can't run wild. It can't cause me to be awake all night. I'm not going to be seeing things, and the spirit world wouldn't want to be scaring me and causing me trauma in any way. So maybe create a discipline. Make sure you've got a time frame when you're working, whether it be your circles or if you are a regular platform medium, and only work when that time frame is there. It's like turning up to your day job out of hours, you know, like going in and packing or picking or doing accounts or whatever it is that you do for a job at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's absolutely no way you're going to be there and doing that in your daily job. So don't do it in your mediumship, and that way you'll find a silence of the mind much more freely. Your relationship will be much more abundant in every facet, and your information will be much more accurate, much more quickly. So I hope that helps the viewers that have asked me. Again, share your experience, and if I can do another video to ease the mind of any one of you out there, I look forward to reading your comments below. But for now, we'll end this video here, and I look forward to answering the next question from the next viewer. In the meantime, stay safe, subscribe, like and share if you can.